this is my first question because I know that you were raised by a single mom that's a teacher as well.
Yes, my mom taught public school, 5th, 6th grade. She's retired now for the last couple of years, but she wants to see her grandkids more. But yes, she taught public school.
Yeah, mine did too. And when you went to public school, nobody ever did that for me. Like Shannon did, like her teacher. Did you ever have anything like that kind of assignment?
No, not really. I mean, I knew because that was my mother's reason for why I couldn't. Can we get the Star Trek toy? No, we can't afford it. It was always we can't afford it. So I just thought it was like we must be so poor. Because but she she definitely well, she did have one lesson that she kind of tried to impart to me growing up. Well, I really wanted a dog when I was a kid. We lived in a little house in Boston, and a little block, and pretty normal, near a park, whatever. And my mom said, "You're not responsible enough to have a dog." I was 10. I was like, "I am responsible enough." She said, "You're right. I want you to show me that you can do this. You have to walk the dog every day, twice a day." And I said, "Well, okay, let's get the dog." And she goes, "No. First, you have to walk an imaginary dog." I was like, twice? I said, what do you mean? She's like, twice a day around the block as if you had the dog, so I know that you will do it and you're responsible enough to do it. So this woman, who I hope is watching, gave me a leash. And I had to walk around the block with an empty leash.
You look nuts.
Twice a day. And worse, we get to 3 weeks in, and she's like,
no.
All right, forget it. I'm not giving you a dog.
No!
Yeah, so she taught me the lesson of disappointment.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's like all your hard work for nothing? That is not a good lesson.
Once she realized, she was like, I didn't think you were going to follow through.
I was like, oh my God, so you never got the dog?
Well, I didn't get a dog, and then I thought I was so deprived, I did like the dumbest thing you can do, that's the kind of thing you tend to do when you're 18, which is how old I was.
Yeah.
And as soon as I moved to LA and decided to be an actor and had no money and no job and lived in a tiny apartment like on Cherokee and Yucca over there in Hollywood. Like, I was like, I'm getting a dog. So I went out and got a dog. And not only get a dog, but I got a husky, which is like the most, if anyone has them, they only roam, they only want to escape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's their like mission in life.
Yeah.
But then I quickly realized like, oh, you have to get the dog food. And like, the vet costs money.
Feed it.
All of a sudden, I'm kind of going broke on this dog. It has a sad ending to the story, though, which was that I used to leave the dog in a little space, shared space in the apartment when I went out to have some outdoor time, and the dog got stolen.
That's wrong.
They stole my dog. This was before the microchips and the stuff you can put in it. You know, you can track them down. Yeah, so somebody stole the dog, but it's telling that I didn't rush out and get another dog.
You were like, you know what? The universe knew.
Yeah, somebody has spoken, and this is he probably was not living his best life with me. So
I did the same thing.
Had a very happy life on a farm in Montana somewhere.
I did the same thing though when I was young. I was like, I think when you're out here, because I moved out here too, and you want companionship or some kind of, you can't be lonely. So I did that too. It was a dumb move.
Yeah,
I ended up having a friend
when you have
take
the
care of
least
dog.
money, the smallest place.
You make the poorest decisions.
And you're the dumbest. You're like, let me find another life that can depend on me.
Because I'm holding it down solidly like myself. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Please don't make me keep going.